Hey everyone, it's Bill, and I am back with a book haul update for the last couple of months. Indie book haul. A couple of these I have read, a couple I have not. One was from a giveaway, and one was just because she liked me a lot for a little bit of work I did with her. So let me share them with you. So the first two I got, technically I was only supposed to get one, but I got two because the author is awesome. But the first one was a giveaway, and it is The Treasure of Laura Ray, or Laura Rev, sorry, um, from Brian Asher. This was part of a book giveaway that I won back in December-ish time area. But he actually followed up. I never received the book from the Overlord, capital A Overlord, or where he was sending it from. So he followed up, which was awesome of him. I wasn't going to bother him. You know, I know as an author how it goes, but he followed up and sent me this book. But then he also sent me a second book, The Torture Kingdom. Um, these two books are cool as heck. They're kind of shorter on the shorter side, but I've scrolled through both of them, and there's some awesome artwork in here, character art, some different things that I find interesting. So in this book, The Treasure of Lorev, this is more of a science fiction book, and there is some interesting setup of how the book is written in the visuals. So there's like some text messages in here, but I saw that there is some cool um, post or like a interlude chapter from like a newspaper where they're asking questions of this like archaeologist, because one of the main characters is an archaeologist, um, or scientist, I guess. What does it say? An engineer, high tech artifact, yeah, explorer, I guess, archaeologist, whatever you want to call them. So there's some cool newspaper interludes. That's really cool. So I am interested in this. Obviously, it's got a cool anime character with a giant gun on it, so it's gonna draw me in. So looking forward to this one, which was cool to win. But then he also sent me this one, The Torture Kingdom, which I know is like a D&D-esque dungeon crawler with some cool magic and just some ghouls in there, undead ghouls that they have to kill and all that stuff. Because I know of a few friends that actually read this one and had fun with it. So I'm definitely looking forward to this. But I will check out both of these. So Brian Asher, you are awesome. Thanks for the giveaway, and can't wait to dive into both of these. The next one, as I said, is a cool gift. I wasn't expecting this one. Actually, she sent two of them, but I did. I got the. I didn't open it yet, so I'm going to open it live on this video here. But this is from L.M. Douglas, who is the author of Garantia's Guardian and Garantia's Fury, and she's got this series that's going, and this is a novella that I helped edit. And she sent this to me because, you know, she's very nice and one of the nicest ladies in indie that I've met. And she sent some cool art cards with the characters from uh, the Endless War series, which is this is Palomina. She's a snake lady, which she's awesome. She's my favorite character of that series. A couple bookmarks for this book is called Davga, which is a novella that takes place in this world, but it's separate from the main series. So she sent a couple of cool bookmarks. Thanks, Lorraine. Or LM, let's use her author name. But Davga, like I said, I did a edit on this. Ooh, that's pretty. That looks good. I like this cover. It's simple and it's elegant and it's a cool representation of the character Davga. Um, Davga is the name of the character. He wakes up as a prisoner, doesn't remember why he's a prisoner, and they're in this like bleak. That's funny. I didn't mean to use it, but bleak is a term in world for a giant like mist that puts people to sleep. He's in a wintry land. He wakes up and he's just chipping away at ice, and he doesn't know why. And this is a very action-packed novella. And he uncovers his history a little bit. You uncover who he is as a character and why he's there. And it's just a fun little novella. Again, short book, fun time. And L.M. Douglas, check out her books. She is one of the sweetest ladies in indie. Definitely check out her books. I enjoyed all of them. They're very classic, epic fantasy feel. They good tropes that we all love. Good versus evil. Some characters that are just kind of evil. Some that have some machinations going on and just some fun stuff. But she also surprised me, and this one is hilarious because I remember these books as a kid, and she sent these for my kids. But the Mr. Men and Little Miss books, and this one's in Scotland because Lorraine LM is from Scotland. She sent this, and I remember these books. I used to have these when I was a kid, so this is really cool. And thank you, LM. This is so awesome. I know the kids are going to love this, and I am too because Scotland's one of my favorite countries I've ever visited. I haven't visited many, but it's awesome, and I would live there in a heartbeat. So thanks, Lorraine. The next one is one that I bought the trilogy of because one, this author, indie author, is amazing. I've read a couple books from her now, one from this trilogy, but she is just a cool indie author and friend, and that is AJ Calvin. She sent a couple of bookmarks with her book. I read this book. This is from Serpentis. This book is awesome. People need to check it out. I did an indie video of this one. It's so much fun. It's a good first person prisoner of war story with some excellent character work. So check that one out. But AJ, I got the trilogy. Look at this. She actually has her own printed paper, which is kind of cool. That's why I didn't open it. I usually open these, but this one I wanted to show the printed paper. So let's see if I can open this real quick and not delay on this video. But this is her first trilogy that came out many years ago. And I read the first book, which is called The Moon's Eye. I read this one. This one is awesome. So I got the whole trilogy, which the second book is The Talisman of Daluka, and the third and final book is War of the Nameless. The Nameless are basically this world's version of the Forsaken from Wheel of Time, if you're familiar. They're bickering characters that are bad, and they're a lot of fun. I enjoyed this one. But this one, The Moon's Eye, is the one I read, and look at that character art. Yes, there is a character that is a scorpion man. He's half man, half scorpion. He is a champion, basically, of these gods, and there's meddling gods in this series. Let me hold this up so you can see it again. Try to get it without the glare. But these are some classic fantasy feel. This is true, sword and sorcery, classic fantasy, high fantasy, style books with epic quests. This one specifically, The Moon's Eye, they're going on a quest to find the Moon's Eye. You have your meddling gods, you have your heroes and your bad guys. Like I said, the Nameless are like the Forsaken. So very classic feel. I enjoyed this book a lot. I can't wait to get to the other two. I just love the style of artwork on all of these covers, and I plan to get to book 2 this summer and hopefully finish the trilogy this year. But thank you, AJ. Definitely looking forward to these to add to my collection back there and put it next to Serpentis, which you were awesome to send me a book plate for too. And there's a little note. I'm not going to read it because AJ's awesome, but yes, so check out AJ's books. She's got a lot of books out there in sci-fi and in fantasy, so definitely check out AJ Calvin's books. The next one I bought is because I read this and I've become a good friend with the author. He is a cool dude, and that is Echoes of Destruction by W.K. Gorbett. Now, this book is a lot of fun. It is a sprawling science fantasy series with some very bad guys, but some cool magic. It's got a lot of, I know from my history growing up, it feels very JRPG, but I know from talking with WK, it's more anime style, which I can see. But it's got that epic feel of, like they have these powers that are based on some mythical creatures. So on this, there's a phoenix. That's a phoenix on the cover, if you can't tell, with this cool like stained glass style art. The Phoenix born, they have powers of fire. There's a cool fire sword in this book that shows up towards the end. But it is a sprawling world, and it's very deep. There's some technology in there. So there's some portal rift creating. They create these rifts basically, and they can jump across space. There's cool, like I said, cool magic, but it's also, there is a bit of a coming in age in here. There's a quest that these two young characters are doing, while there's other characters that are ages old, like eons old, or they've been around for a very long time doing some machinations. There's a bad guy that's just a very bad guy. There's just a lot of cool magic in here, and it's a shorter book, but there is a lot of dense world building. So I enjoyed it. I just actually finished his novella that's coming out in the next month or so. Really fun stuff. So check out Echoes of Destruction by W.K. Gorbit. And finally, I have a Kickstarter book that I backed by an excellent person in the indie community. I'm sure you're all pretty familiar with the name ZS Diamante. But I just backed and got this last week, the Assassin in the Ale House cozy. He's transitioned into the cozy side of things with a series of cozy books set in the same world. This, I believe, is the third one in his series, but just look at those sprayed edges. This is such an awesome Kickstarter with the cool naked cover, different cover, cool end papers in there with some awesome art cards, some postcard, that he put a cool note on there. He sent a lot of stuff with this. He did a fantastic job with this Kickstarter, and I'm so glad I backed. This is an ale house, so he made himself a recipe card. This is a full-blown recipe with a bunch of his buddies on here, some pics of his friends that did this. I recognize Andrew D. Meredith on here. So this is pretty cool. So this is an amber ale. Heck yeah. Okay, so for those that want to do beer, this is a beer recipe. Very cool. Some more. Oh, here's his recipe. This is a steak and ale pie recipe for this world, which is really cool. And then, some stickers and some character art cards, which is really neat, and a bookmark. So awesome stuff. ZS is a cool dude. He supports this indie community quite a bit. So obviously I'm excited to back and support him in these. And cool art. Look at that. Cool color art in here. So I am definitely excited to check out this book, Assassin in the Ale House by ZS Diamante. Awesome work, dude. Can't wait to see what you come up with next. So yeah, I got a couple books this month, or this last 2 months, and those were that. And I will be back next time with another indie book haul. See you then.